Hey, welcome to my channel. In this episode, we're going to take a look at ND filters for the DJI Spark, which is right over here. The good guys at Freewell sent me the 6-pack of professional grade 4K ND filters. So you've got an ND filter for almost every event you could possibly think of, photographic event. How well do they work? I'm going to check them out. Stay tuned. Okay, here's the front of the box listing all 6 filters. And if I flip over the box, check this out. Freewell has done a great job. They actually list, for people that aren't too sure when to use an ND filter, they list on the back when is the best case scenario to use which type of filter, which is pretty good. Even the last two, which are hybrid filters, they've mixed a polarizer with an ND filter, which is a really nice touch. I'll get into that in this demo. Opening up the box, we get some instructions, and we also get the package of 6 filters. Opening up the case, we can see the 6 filters and the mounting hardware. I'll show you how to attach the mounting hardware to the DJI Spark next. Now, the 6 filters come with 2 mounting hardware brackets. You get a spare one just in case, or maybe because you have 2 DJI Sparks, I'm not sure. Anyways, this is one of them. It has some adhesive tape on the bottoms, as you can see as I flip it around here. And what happens is when you pull that tape off, you take this and you stick it onto your Spark just on the outer side of the camera. Now I'm going to try to do this in a way that I don't get my fingers in the view. So here I'm going to pull off the sticky tape. You'd normally do this with your fingers, but my fingers are so big that you wouldn't see what's going on. So I pull off the sticky tape here. There we go. Pulled off the piece and pull off the sticky tape on the other side. Get both pieces off. So now the inside of this is sticky, and I'm just going to stick that onto the camera lens as best I can. So let's see, camera, sit still. So there, I have it on tight, and then the next thing it says in the instruction is these 2 little wire brackets on either side, this one and the one over here. Just rip them off. Here's a better view of those 2 brackets. I've just bent them forward so you can actually see. So those 2 pieces of plastic I just bent forward. You just rip them off. They're not supposed to be there. And here I pulled off the 2 pieces of plastic that were sitting on the side, and that's what I'm left with. Now, that upper portion and bottom portion create a little bit of friction when you put on an ND filter to hold it in place so it doesn't fall off when you're 500 feet in the air. And then this just slips over the top. And there you go. That is an attached ND filter. All right, now it's time to take out the DJI Spark and try each of the filters and show what the sample footage looks like. Here we go. So in this test, I'm going to fly the Spark down the beach to the tree at the end and then back. And each time I do it, I'll use a different ND filter. So we'll take off the polarizer filter. Good. All right, so here's all the filters. Make sure they don't fall down. We've looked at the ND32, the ND16, the polarizer, and the polarizer with the ND8. I didn't try out the 8 because you saw it with the polarizer and the ND8, and that's usually for cloudy days, a little bit more cloud than sun. And I didn't try out the polarizer 16. It's a polarizer and an ND16 together because you already saw an ND16 and you've already seen a polarizer. All right, so everything's put away. Time to go check out the results. All right, so that was my quick review of the Freewell 4K series DJI Spark filters, both polarized filters and ND filters, which stands for neutral density filters. What are my thoughts? Well, right off the bat, I have to say that these filters, the glass on them is top notch. I don't think you can get any better glass. When I placed that piece of glass, that tiny filter over top the existing glass that's on the DJI Spark, there were no artifacts, no defects, anything. The pictures all look crystal clear, just as when the glass was not there. So that tells you right away that the glass is outstanding. The next thing I noticed is that the ND16 and ND32 filters work perfectly. However, you're dealing with the DJI Spark here, and that camera is designed for, well, maximizing what it is. It is not a professional camera. So when I put on the ND16 and the ND32 filters, you notice that the white balance went to the warmer side of the house. It didn't really stay where it was supposed to. So that's the Spark trying to adjust for it. But overall, the results were really decent. My favorite, though, as you saw, was the polarized filter. Now, polarized filters are great at reducing glare, and when the sun is shining, there is glare on everything, more than you know. As you can see in this example, when I was flying with no filter on and looking at the beach, you can see some glare on the water where you can't really see into the water. And in addition, look at the clouds. The clouds, there's no definition in the clouds, they're just blown out. And look at the trees. The trees look like, well, they look like trees with a bright sun shining on them. But look at this photo. When I use the polarized photo, all of a sudden there's definition in the trees, there's definition in the water, and there's definition in the sky. You can actually see the clouds. So with all that said, I just want to say thank you, Freewell, for sending me these. They're great, and I will make use of them. And to anyone else, check out the links below. They're going right to the Freewell website, where you can buy 6 like this, or you can get a smaller pack, or get them in a different configuration as you wish. And try them out. And then leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. All right, till next time, thanks for watching.